Hi everyone, the title of this video is Online Classes, Good or Bad? Because attitude makes difference. In these days, the students have a lot of learning problems in online class, but what is the reason? I think it's because the apparition of COVID-19 and we are moving academic life to online. But what think us about this like a student? What are the good points and the bad points?
Yeah, so as bad points, we have many of them, but the most common are like the internet connection because sometimes the internet goes and we lost a lot of conversation and later we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and not everyone have enough money to pay a good internet connection.
Yeah, and another thing are the distractions at home. Like a very common is the phone, that we get distracted at the phone, seeing the social medias.
I think it's because sometimes don't hear very well the presentation or the teacher, and it's most interesting stay in YouTube or Facebook. I think it's because that.
Yeah, I think it is one of the biggest problem in online classes.
Yeah, and also sometimes the laptop of the or the cell phone doesn't work as well in some cases.
I think we all have had problems with the technology.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most problematic because don't 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 hear very well and don't stay in this class and I don't know what going to do.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes the classes are not the same as to be face to face with our classmates and the teachers. And that's why sometimes we also waste a lot of value time.
Yeah, we waste a lot of time because sometimes the teacher is asking something to us, and sometimes we are distracted and we don't know the answer, and we waste a lot of time waiting that someone answer the question that the teacher asked.
Yeah, and also in some students, the electricity goes and we just lose a lot of classes. But also, I think as we have bad points, we have also good points. And good points, I think are that we can wake up earlier. We don't wake. How to say? We don't wake up earlier.
Yeah, because some students live really far away from the university. For example, me, the university is like almost 2 hours in travel.
Yeah, and I think some students wake up very late and don't have time to stay in class in the afternoon. I think it's a good point because we can stay in the bed and take the class.
Yeah, and we also don't spend money on the transport.
Yeah, the transport can be really expensive sometimes.
Yeah, and more if we live farther, and we have to have a lot of transport. And also we have help, another help. Maybe we have a brother, a sister, or friends that we can improve our English, or we can also see movies and that stuff to improve more the English and the things that we see in the class.
Yeah, I think it's good point because I have a little sister and I practice with her and help me to improve my English.
Okay, now we are going to continue telling some story times.
I have one bad history. Today we did the admission test for starting the university. In middle of the exam, my computer go off and my mom was in panic. So I stand up the faster I can for the charger of my computer. But the process only was a few minutes, like 2 or 3. But at that moment, I like I'm going to die. This is my bad history of my exam.
Yeah, this also happened to me in the first class because my computer just started to upgrade and I didn't know what to do because it was the first class. The first class is always important to everyone. So I was really in panic and I didn't know what to do. So I had to listen to the class in my cell phone.
Yeah, and but in my case, I think that the most thing that happens to me is the electricity. It has happened like twice, but one of them was in the first week that it goes away, and I was scared because I didn't want to miss the classes. So, but the good thing was that my neighbor's house, that was my uncle's, they have electricity, so we passed, and so that I can connect the internet and get into the class.
Yeah, we always have to help each other.
But I think we don't have only bad histories, the bad points, because I have one point of the online class, of the point we don't spend money in transportation. I think it's a good point because sometimes don't think how much pay in a year only in transportation. If you use only bus like me, has a 3,607 in Mexican pesos per year. But if you use Uber or taxi, it's more money. And with the pandemic, this amount totally disappeared.
Yeah, and it's more money if you have to take uh, more buses, like to go to the university and another two to come back to your house.
Yeah, the transport is a lot of waste of money.
Okay, finishing the story times. We are going to continue with the debate. I do a research of some controversial topics from online classes, and the first one is motivation. And what about motivation in online classes?
I think it's really important have motivation because it's the help us to uh, find or go on in the class.
Sometimes you don't have people who motivate you, so you have to motivate yourself with the self motivation.
Yeah, it's true. I think that motivation is the key for having a good online class.
And talking about motivation, we continue with the second topic that is procrastination. Is procrastination a big problem?
I think it is because maybe you have one assignment and pass day have as day and you don't have nothing and the final of the week you don't have the goals and it's a really bad for your qualifications.
Yeah, I think the motivation and the procrastination are connected because if you don't have motivation, you are going to be procrastinating always and distracting with everything. So now we continue with the final topic is inequality and between students.
Yeah, I think helping each other as students and classmates is very important because sometimes we are going to need help, and we also can help the other students that have any problem. We can also ask the teacher if we have a problem so he can do something.
We have to help each other whenever we can because I think we are all having a bad time with the pandemic. So now we are going to continue with our conclusions.
Okay. For me, the online class it's not that bad. Like a student, you need to give your part. First, see for a quiet place with a good internet and pay attention to the class and take notes. And the last, I think, is important to organize your time for following a schedule. I think these are a good solution.
Yeah, my conclusion was that we are all able to learn, but sometimes you have to try harder to study harder to than other people because if you want to excel, you have to study harder and be who you want to be. And some advice that I found is move away the distractors around you, like the cell phone, or if you have pets, study the topics that you see in class after the class have finished. Make your working area as comfortable as you can, and to not turn on your camera to not get distracted in class.
Yeah, my conclusion, I think that is the online classes are a new way to learn. Maybe it's not the same as face to face, but we need to think about our goals and the important things. And at advices, I think that if we have internet problems, we can't ask our teacher that if they can they can record the call and we later can see it.
Okay, we are Nelly, Fatima, and me. We are the team 11 because attitude makes difference. And thank you for listening to us. We will see you the next time. Bye.